Hi everyone! Since the release of the FLIR Duo Pro back in September 2017, the unit itself has been very popular among first responders and also commercial drone operators. The big problem that usually we face are basically how to have that unit connected to a 3-axis gimbal to give it some stability. Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into one of these gimbals and take a look at the FLIR Duo Pro. The FLIR Duo Pro is sold exclusively to a company called Shenzhen Yangda Security Company, located in the large city of Shenzhen, which neighbors DJI, and is in the province of Guangdong, China. They've been in operation since 2014, and they create and exclusively create products for the UAV market, as they are an online RC retailer. Next, I'd like to give you my opinion and thoughts into the installation and design of the FLIR Duo Pro. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to provide with a rating system from a 1 to 5. 5 being easy plug-and-play install, all the way up to 1, which would require some sort of modification or customization to be able to fit on your UAV. So first off, it's the overall platform and the design of the product. I think it's fabulous. It's very lightweight, it's compact, and it has the ability to fit onto certain aircrafts regardless of the type of size. Obviously, you need to have at least a 600 class or more to be able to make it fit. So I would give it a 5 as far as the overall design and the platform itself. It's in regards to the actual mounting of the unit itself onto the aircraft. It does provide you with a lot of mounting holes, which gives you extended flexibility on figuring out how you're going to position it and how you're going to anchor the unit onto the belly of the UAV. So I would also give that as a 5 on the rating. As far as the hub is concerned, I would have to give it a 2, because you are very limited in how to mount the Z3D unit itself. Either you could sandwich it, or shall we say put it just in between the first and middle mounting platform, or you could mount it someplace else on your UAV, but that would entail extended wirings and somehow connecting it all together. So that's why I gave it that score of a 3. As far as I mentioned before, the FLIR Duo Pro is being powered through a 3S or 6S battery voltage. The only issue that I have with that, even though it's very, very flexible, is Yangda chose to have this connector on a JST connector, which I feel it's not as robust as to XT30 or an XT60 for that matter, but certainly I'm sure there's other connectors that Yangda could probably figure out to put to make it a little bit more robust as far as a power source connector itself. So with that, I would have to give the JST connector a 3. To continue my thoughts on the installation and design of the product, one thing that stands out to me, and I wish Yangda, if you're paying attention or listening to my channel, please, please, please provide the consumer a couple of GoPro mounting screws. When you get the product, you don't have these types of screws, and all you have is you have to search or buy a mounting screw for it. They're not that expensive, but please, it would make it a lot more plug and play if you're able to do that. Okay, so a couple other things. Oh, by the way, for the screws, I give that a 1 for the GoPro screws. A couple other things is the build itself. I give that a 4. It's very robust, great material. The motors themselves don't overheat, which is just fantastic. As far as the calibration is concerned, or shall we say the boot up process, even though it boots up fairly fast, the problem that I encounter is it's not aligned correctly. And I'll show you a video on what I mean by that. I do understand that it does have a 0.02 degrees of precision. Basically, that's intended for the vibration for the motors. But aside from that, putting that aside, it would be great if somehow it has, since it already has a built-in IMU, to be able to at least coordinate itself a lot more, be more stable per se, and to allowing it to go to its original calibrated position. One of the biggest pet peeves that I also have with the design and the installation for the FLIR Duo Pro is the cover. The notorious little cover that isolates, or shall we say protects, all the components from the outside elements. Again, if you're paying attention, please, could you design something to where there's an open top as opposed to a fully enclosed cover? Make sure it has some sort of like a rubber or something that you could just snap on and take off. Because the big problem there is it is such a pain to remove the whole entire cover from its mounting frame just to access the SD card, and also to what ends up happening is it rubs against the HDMI control board itself, which in my case resulted in a disconnect, or shall we say bending, of the HDMI connector itself. So I really gives it a thumbs down, a 1 rating onto the port cover itself. I do understand what the full intentions were, to keep it nice, tight, and clean, but overall I think it's a fail. So what are my final thoughts onto the FLIR Duo Pro? It is a great product. Sitting at $1,300, not including the shipping costs to the United States, I think it's a great product. It's a lot a smaller form factor than the Grimsy T1 and lighter than the Grimsy S1. But the upcoming Grimsy Pixie F, it certainly would be a contender to the Yangda product, which is the FLIR Duo Pro. And certainly I'll do a review on that as soon as it comes out and I get hands on it. If you like what you're seeing here, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and certainly leave a comment, and I will talk to you soon.